Welcome back to Morning Express, and well, we are on lifestyle right now, and today joining me is Marion Karimi. Welcome, Marion.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
And how was your weekend?
It was very nice.
Was it busy?
Very busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Marion, I heard your story, and that's the reason why we are here.
Okay.
And tell me a little bit about yourself. First of all, who you are and what you do.
Okay, my name is Marion Karimi. I'm from Open Faith Home for Special Needs Children. I take care of children with disabilities, different type of disabilities. I have 42 children, and I'm happy to take care of those children. You're happy to do that? Yes.
I can even see the smile on your face.
Exactly.
Now, I know you didn't start from, taking care of these children. Tell me, where were you before you the home started and before you got involved?
Okay. I was a teacher by professional. I'm a special teacher, and I was teaching normally. But I saw what inspired me to do that, to go back to the community, is that I was born in a family where we had a cousin who had a special need, and that child died because of neglection.
Just being neglected?
Yeah, exactly.
What was the child going through, if you don't mind sharing?
Yes.
What did the child suffer from?
Okay, the child was mentally retarded or mental handicapped child, but the parent was not, they didn't admit that that child has the challenge. So the child was, the parent were locking the child in the house. They were not giving the child food. But it happens, I was living there when I was.
You saw all this?
Yeah, I saw all what was happening to that boy, and I was like, I remember I was sneaking, giving the child the food, and I remember the child died because of neglection.
When you say they died because of neglect, is it because they are not fed?
Yes, it was not fed. It was just, if the child is locked, nobody is taking care of that child. It's because of neglection. That's why the child died.
That's why they died. Do you think this was an isolated incident, or do you think this is something that happens
even in our community and also in the society? Yes, that's what is happening. Yeah, I think you are aware of, you seeing children are being locked out by their parent, the ones who have special needs, but it is because of the challenges. The parent didn't have the know-how of how to overcome this challenge in the community.
Okay, you have a background that you saw a relative, firsthand. You saw this happening. Then you are a teacher. What moved you now from your formal employment to actually do something about it? Because I'm sure you're not the only one who has seen this. You're not the one who saw even this particular incident, but something tilted and made you feel that you have to do something. Yeah. Okay.
Let me flash back when I was teaching back some years back. I saw I'm limited to give my services to the children with the special needs, and that's why I got back to my mind, and I saw it is good. I have an example to the society, to Kenyans, of what they can do to people with the special needs. They are human like other human beings, and they are people who have potential. Yes, that's why I saw it's like a call in me that I would like to change the mind of a person. Yeah, in order for them to take these people like human beings.
Okay, but now not many people would actually leave employment because at the point where you left your teaching profession to go and take care of these children, as much as you are qualified to take care of special needs, I'm sure it meant that you were going to take some sacrifices.
Exactly.
What sacrifices did you have to endure?
To make the move. Okay, in fact I have to sacrifice myself to give those services to those children, because first when I started the home taking care of those children, I was not married. I was a single lady, and I came to get married.
While you were there?
Yeah, when I was there, I was taking care of those children, and in fact I have my own children, so I sacrificed to those children, and I have my family. You understand? And also I sacrificed because I left my work or my job to look for other alternative of how I can manage to take care of these children. Yeah, and I am not employed at the moment. I'm not waiting a salary where I can get money to take care of them. So I have to look of ways of how I can financial. I can get money to help those students.
Okay, now children, especially with special needs, and particularly those who are mentally retarded, whether due to culture of the way we've been brought up, they are, like you've said, they are locked up. What would you want us to understand? Those, especially, and when I say us, I mean like society. How do we help them out? How do we come in and stand in that gap?
Okay, let me tell you one thing, my brother, is that when you see such a child in your community, you have a chance, you have a potential to help that child. In one way or the other, you can help that child through the parent to help them to know that there is somewhere where these children can be taught, can be taken for therapy, can be, they can be helped so that they can, at least we can know their skills or what they have in the talent God has given them.
Okay. Yes. Within the framework that we have in our education system, in our health system, do you feel like they're marginalized or left aside?
Exactly, yes. In fact, like in Kenya, we have a problem to that group because, okay, in the constitution, they are being told they are being looked up, but there is nothing which is on the ground, nothing which is being done. Because those children, they are there, they are being abandoned, even in the hospitals, and those children, they are just in the ward. Yeah, there's nobody who is taking care of them. And that's why I came out. I decided to make a difference. I take them from in fact, they are being committed in our institution. And we are happy for at least taking care of such children, 42 of them special.
All of them special needs.
Special, with different disabilities.
Okay. Yes. What do you think is the cause for this cultural defect, if I can call it that, whereby we neglect them, we lock them up? Is it something that we have grown up knowing? What would be the cause for that, and how do we correct it?
Yeah, we can correct it through creating awareness of disability to our society, because in some communities they don't understand what is this challenge. Yeah, and in fact, when for example, if I have a child with a disability, like in our community where I'm coming from, when I was doing my research in that area, I was told that it is like the people look at it like a bad homing, and when you have that child in your house, you are like there is nobody whom you can say, this is my neighbor who is a friend to me. Yeah, they are just, you are being abandoned. So because of that stigma, you lock that child. Yeah.
Okay. And now let's come back to the home, because there are many people who would want to do what you've done. I admire you because you took the step. There are many of us that look from afar and you think, okay, I wish somebody would do something about it. But you took that step. How did you start the home? Walk me through it.
Okay. Okay. The way how I start the home is that I felt I have to take care of the disabled children in the. I give back to the community. Then I took time with my God. I'm saved. Yeah, I'm saved. I took time with my God. I prayed for 1 month. Then God gave me a way out. I saw, when I was breaking my prayer, I saw a very big name called Opened Faith Home for Special Needs Children.
Where did you see this name? Sometimes we hear God speaks and we've had,
yeah, he do speak. He spoke to me.
Where was this written? Was it written on a wall somewhere?
In the wall, yeah. I was in a prayer center. Physically, in fact, I saw it very well, and I was surrounded by many children in a wheelchair. So I saw my prayer was answered, and that's how I walked. When I went back to my home where I was living in Kasarani, I met 2 ladies who have been going to where I was living, asking for Marion, because before I go to prayers, I was going to church, giving awareness of disability in Kasarani area. So people knew me. I was
As Marion, the one who gives talks on disability.
Yeah, exactly. If that child needed a wheelchair, I was getting the wheelchairs from APDK with my own cash. You understand? So in fact, that's how I went back. I met two ladies. They want to see Marion to tell her about these children. When I met these children, in fact, that's my prayer answered. Yeah, by God. And that's how I took a step. When we talked with them, the landlord who was my landlord in that time, in fact, in the morning he told me, Marion, where have you been? Have been in prayers in Ngong. And he told me, because of the work you do you have something you want to start? Because I have a plot around here, and I want to give it to somebody who can do a ministry, anything concerning helping. Yes, I will give out free of charge, and I can give it to you because of these children. I saw people bringing them here. So my prayer was answered. I started with that, but the plot I was given by my landlord, and I started with 8 children from that community. That
was a big start, because you imagine you start with 2 or 3.
Exactly. And when I spoke it out, in fact, one pastor from Anjandinda Church, he gave me 30 beds from Avenue Hospital. So I saw this is the prayer.
Things were just working out.
They were just working out. He brought the beds, he brought the beddings, he brought everything. So I saw God is working with me, and that's how I continued.
At this point, were you employed, or you had already
left? No. I had already left. I left, then I went for prayers, because I wanted God to speak to me.
So at the point you were going for prayers, you already knew you're not going back to work?
Yes.
What if God had said no? What if he had said you still need to work?
He could have given me another way out of dealing. Yeah. You surrender to God, and he just do everything to you.
Okay.
Yes.
Now here you are, you've been given the beds, you've been given the home, you have 8 children, they need to eat, they need to drink, they need people to take care of them. Where did you get that from?
Brother, I had savings, I had saved some money, because I didn't have a family where I was taking my money, So when I was working, I think I was saving my money. So that's how I started it, because I had some capital.
Okay, so you actually used your money now to
exactly
to do
yes.
this. Were you looking at it as a school which would bring profit?
No. I was looking at it as, if I finish the money I had, my savings, God will make another way to get the money to give.
I must say you have a lot of faith in God, eh?
Yeah. I trust unto him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at this point, you are not married. So here you are with a home with many children. Where did you get your staff from?
Okay, my staff I was getting from them from the churches, whereby I just advertise, tell people I need somebody who have a heart of helping a child who is not trained in anything. The child needs a lot of care, and people are bringing people. Then I do interview for them, and in fact I got staffs. I started with 3 staffs. Yeah.
Okay. And you are paying them?
I was paying them. Yeah, I was paying them, but I was not paying them a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
And roughly how old were you when you were doing all this?
Okay, I was 27.
27. So fairly young.
No, I was 26. Yeah.
26. So fairly young.
Yeah.
What I'd want you to do is also now speak to maybe somebody who has a passion and they don't know how to action it.
Okay.
Because we have many people who they know what they would want to do, but they don't know how to get into that mode of actually doing it, regardless of the point that it might not bring money on the table initially. How do they move, or what would you advise them?
Okay, I think I could have said this. If somebody have a dream or have a passion of doing something, you have to take a step. Don't stay there with your dream. You take another step of telling God, I want to take a move now. I want to move from where I am to what I want to do. So when you take a move with your God and you are working with him, in fact, you will not feel. You implement what you have. Because, for example, if I have a cash of 100, I give you 100, I tell you, go and take tea. If you are not going to take tea, you sitting down with that 100, it will be in your pocket. Is it true?
That's true.
Yeah, so you have to take a step of going to the hotel and take
and buy the tea.
Buy the tea.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to take a move. Yeah.
Okay, and you took that move.
Yeah.
Now, what about those who may not have found their passion? How did you find yours? How did you know that this is what I'm made for?
No, it's a call.
But how did you find it?
Okay.
It is a call, but there must be something that made you feel that I have to do this.
I have to do this. Okay, it's because of the work I was doing, because I saw I'm limited. I'm not, you know, when you are employed, there is somewhere where you can go and where you cannot go. There is time you can be here and the other time you are here. So I saw myself, in fact, I saw myself, I was like, I'm bound, you know, I'm bound because I was in that class, in one class, but I want to change other children who are, because where I was, children are like, they were not toilet trained.
Okay.
So there, it's professional teachers who are there. So you cannot change a child because you are a teacher.
You have to be trained to know how to do it.
No. We have the children have to be changed by the caregivers.
Okay.
But in that school, we didn't have caregivers.
There was no teacher. There's no
so
caregiver.
So me, I saw myself. I was going stream by stream, changing the children, and teachers were against me. So I saw I'm in a wrong place. That's how I realized I'm in a wrong place. So employment was not my portion.
Was not your portion.
No.
Now that you had changed from your employment and you are somewhat pursuing a passion, although a very unique one, do you have times that you look back, or did you have times where you were discouraged and you felt that maybe I've made the wrong moment?
Yeah. There are times when I saw myself, I don't know myself, who am I, because of the challenges I face. One, taking care of these children, it's very, 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 very expensive.
Right.
So sometimes I don't have money. Even when I take the child to the hospital, they are being admitted there. At the end of the day, they will be discharged. I need money, to clear the bill. To pay that bill. I don't have that money. I saw, oh God, what is this? I carried. Well, maybe I didn't knew the decision I made, but God do his own ways where it has somebody who can clear that bill. So at the end of the day, I saw, oh God, you are the one who made me to do such a work. Yeah.
Okay, that's very, very inspiring. Now, here you are. You've embarked on a new thing, and you've got all these children. How did your family react, or what did they feel? Now you have brothers, sisters, your family.
Yeah, okay. When I started it, in fact, I remember my brother came to the home. First, he came to the home. Then he went and spread the gospel at home, saying that Karemi alisoma lakini alienda ni kama kichwa yake ilienda vibaya. So my dad.
That was your blood brother.
My blood brother. My dad took like that. My mom said, why? Alienda kusaidia watoto ambao ni wanamwaga mate. So that's the story I heard from home. My dad came to the home to see it physically. When he came, in fact, my dad alisilai, because vile alikuta
what he found.
Watoto.
Alipata nini? Alipata
watoto wengi in the surrounding compound with the wheelchair. He has never seen. Yeah? So alianguka, and we took him to the hospital. He stayed in a coma for about 4 days. Yeah.
Wow, it was
4
that
days.
serious.
Yeah. So my brothers were like, they want to kill me.
Did he have a previous medical condition?
No.
It was just what he saw.
Yeah. Because for him, he was educating his daughter so that in the future, the daughter can help him or them, you know. But now he was shocked of what he saw. Yeah, so my brother was like, they want to kill me, but I thank God because God stood with me.
Tell me now, they wanted, how did that make you feel? Here you are helping children, and from your own admission, it's God who has given you this call, and it immediately puts your family away from you, alienates your family, and on top of that, your dad is in hospital. How
No. You know, my brother, I think we all of us, we have different personalities. Like me, when I'm with my God, I know that whatever I'm facing through or whatever the challenges I have, He is the one who is making me to pass through them. And at the end of everything, I will be the victoria or the successor. Yeah, that's what I knew. Okay. So even when they were against me, I knew that this is a challenge
that you will overcome.
But this is the in fact, I will enjoy the victory ahead of me.
So now your dad is in a coma for how long was it? For 4 days.
4 days.
And what happened after that?
No, after 4 days he woke up, and in fact I'm the one who paid the bill, and he went back home. Since that time he was like, you don't want to hear me, until my wedding day.
How long? What was the difference between the time he now left hospital and when you're getting married?
3 years.
So for 3 years, you and your father did not talk.
No, I was going home, visiting them, and also talking to them, and so that I can show them this is not my work. This is God's work. I'm working for God, you know. And because they knew that I'm saved, they were like, this salvation is.
There's something
it's
wrong.
Something wrong. I think this lady went, she's not well, mentally ill.
Now, your brothers want to kill you. They feel like you've almost made their father die. How did that go?
Yeah, but in fact, it made me to seek another assistance from the local administration, because
for protection.
For protection. Yeah.
And this is your blood brother.
Yeah, exactly.
How does that feel when you have your own brother wanting to kill you, yet it's because you're taking care of children? Tell me, how does that? Do you sleep at night? Do you toss and turn? Do you get nightmares? What happens?
You know, I'm here in Nairobi, and for them they're in Meru. I'm a Marian. And so when they want to, they are doing that. It's when they come to see their father in Nairobi, because my dad was in Nairobi, here in Nairobi. He was admitted here in Nairobi. So when they come here, that's the time I was seeing those drama. Yeah, but when they go back, me, I was not seeing anything. I was just interceding. Oh my God!
You must have a very powerful prayer life. Okay, how long ago was that your family now was alienated to you?
When I got married, that's the time they realized that, because in my wedding, those are the children. My children. These children were the ones who were in the line, in the line. Yeah, they were in my wedding, and they were. In fact, I didn't have children who are no more in my wedding. They are all
special needs children.
Special needs children. And in fact, my parent and my brothers and my sisters, they realized this is normal. This lady knows what she is doing, because I think there is no man who would like to see his wedding ikiwa iko na watu tu wa wheelchair peke yao. But I think huyu kweli ni kuitwa ameitwa. There is something, and ni kuitwa ameitwa. And from that day, in fact, I remember before we go to the honeymoon, my mom came and told me, you remember, I think the way you have taken care of these children, it started since from the beginning. So it reminds me where I got this, because she told me that when I was young, in standard 5, there is a child in our area, in our neighborhood, who was coming to our home. That child was mentally challenged, and I used to get clothes for my sister's children to give to her. So I started it but me, I couldn't remember, but my mom remembered.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you meet your husband?
That's very personal.
No, the reason why I'm intrigued is because here I'm thinking now from a man's perspective.
Yeah.
Here I am with a woman who's taking care of special needs children. She's alienated from her family. How do you where do you begin from?
Okay, I think we met with my husband in the church.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a praise and worship in the praise and worship team, and also he was there, and also I was in a new believer class. I was teaching, So that's how we met with him. They were coming from in the church. They were coming to see those children during, maybe they come as youth. They were doing community service in that institution. So I think that's what moved him to
identify.
to identify. And also him is a pastor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay. But when he married me, he was not a pastor.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just a mere teacher. Yeah.
Did he ever have a problem with the fact that you're just taking care of special needs children? Because at some point, I imagine he may want his own children.
No. Okay, for him, in fact, when we got our children, I remember before he married me, I told him, remember, if you are marrying me, most of the time I'm not at home in my house. I usually spend time with my children. You know, I call them my children. And he told me, no problem. Then, you know, I was very careful not to get a man who can frustrate me in the future.
In what you're doing?
Yeah, in what I'm doing. And when he said there's no problem, I told him, do you know, most of the time these children get sick, and I'm the one to carry them, to take them to the hospital. Even sometimes they die in my hands. So are you ready to carry that burden? No problem, you know. And me, I was writing them down, whatever.
Every agreement you have.
Exactly. And it happens. It happens. After.
Tell me about the challenging times. I'm sure at some
challenge. Yeah, I will tell you. In fact, when we were, is it 1 year, when I was pregnant of my firstborn, one child died in the institution. Now that time we were in Kawaskari, and he died in the institution. So this was a small girl, 6 years, but very small. So when we were caught, the child died. I went there. We didn't have a personal car, so we were to go to the police report, get a taxi, you know. But getting a taxi where we were, it's like we can carry this body. We go to the police with that, with the body. Now me, I told him, I don't take a taxi. What we are going to do, we are going to arrange about taxi in the police station. When I get the letter, then he told me, now what are you going to do? I'm wrapping the child. That time, I'm wrapping the child so that I can carry. And when I reached somewhere, when we went out, he was like, oh God. But I remembered what I told him before he married me. So when I was carrying, I reached somewhere. I told him, remember what I told you before you marry me. Can you take?
To hold the child.
To hold the child. The body. Because the child was not up. He took. And I remember there was a time when he was preaching the church, and he said that because it was like his first experience in life. So he carried, we went to the police station where we got the letter, and then we got the taxi. We take the child to the city mortuary. Wow. Yeah.
Now, Marion, if somebody was sitting out there and they really wanted to work with you or get in touch with you, how would they do that?
Okay, if we are in Junja Farm shopping center where we are located, and we have an email, we have a telephone
What's
number.
What's the email address?
HFC disabled@yahoo.com.
HFC disabled@yahoo.com.
And also we have a telephone number of 0723 58 69 75.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, finally, just give us the telephone number again.
0723 58 69 75.
Yeah. Okay, for anybody who'd like to get in touch with Marion, there are the contacts. And to parents who are out there and maybe discouraged, maybe depressed even, because they have a special needs child in the home and they don't know what to do because of societal violence towards these children, what would your advice to them be?
Okay, what I can say about a parent who have child with a special need is that they accept that child first.
What does accepting mean?
Accepting that it's giving them love, giving the child love, and also seeing this child is like any other child. Then from there, this parent can take my number and call me. Maybe there's a parent there who need a wheelchair. I can give out a wheelchair and get them free of charge. They need a special seat. I can take them to HPDK where we normally get our special seat there, and in fact I can help them in one or the other, and also to tell them that to love those children. Those children, my brother, they are angels before the eyes of the Lord.
Once you transfer that love to
exactly,
them. Okay.
Yes.
And finally, to somebody out there who's pursuing a passion and doesn't know where to begin, where do you begin? And I say this because your passion drove you to a point where you could have left your family. They actually left you. You left your employment, but you still pursued it. Where do you begin when I have this thing in me that I want to do something, but I don't know where to start?
Somebody like that, in fact, I would like to say that it is good also when you have a passion, you need to walk with your God. I will not leave this. I will say that you walk with your God because He is the one who knows why He has called you. And He has called you to serve Him. So He has a purpose of serving Him.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Marion. It's been a pleasure hosting you, and keep up the good work. You've done a fantastic job, and we thank you for that. Well.